We're trying to find the trail!
And at that point, we'll know someone's coming.
Over here.
Tonight, we look at 6 disturbing camping encounters caught on camera. Real moments, real danger. Don't forget to subscribe for more terrifying footage like this. Before we begin, thank you all so much for helping this channel reach 1,000 subscribers. It may seem small to some, but to us, it's a huge milestone. And I couldn't have done it without you. Now, let's get into the video. Tonight's video comes from the YouTube channel Florida Boy Johnny, which showcases outdoor adventures and unsettling encounters from across the United States, especially within Florida's dense and shadowy forests. On October 4th, 2021, Johnny and his friend Danny set out on what was intended to be a quiet hike and overnight camping trip. Their route took them nearly 2 miles deep into the woods, guided only by GPS and a poorly defined trail. As they neared their chosen campsite, they spotted something unusual, an old, solitary truck already parked there. Odd, given how isolated the location was. Trying to ignore their unease, they continued forward, but that creeping feeling that something was off never quite left them.
Can you hear me? We're heading back the other way! We're trying to find the trail! We're heading back the other direction!
That was a 22. It went right over our heads. So we just got shot at. We hit the tree right next to us.
No way.
Within 2 feet. So we just got shot at. We were, and I just stopped recording, but there is somebody deep in the woods that direction. Shot what sounded like a 22. Hit a tree about 2 feet away from us. And we were finding a spot to set up. And we had just set our bags down. I set the camera down after I stopped recording, and bullet 22 whizzed right above our heads into the tree that we were standing next to. And so I yelled out to him, whoever it was, got no response.
Soon after beginning their setup, that unease escalated into fear. Without warning, a bullet tore through the air, striking a tree mere feet from where they stood. In shock, they stopped recording. The shot, believed to be from a .22 caliber weapon, had come dangerously close. They shouted into the woods but received no clear response. Unsure whether it was an accident or something deliberate, they quickly packed their gear and began retreating. As they tried to relocate the trail and figure out the safest direction, another shot rang out.
Yelled out several more times. Got one response. No idea what he said. I wonder if it's that fucking truck.
It might be. Why in the fuck is he all the way out here fucking shooting at people?
What?
I think that was a race. Oh my god. My name's Danielle Hogan, but the person you'll be calling is Johnny Hayes. My boyfriend's wearing a black shirt and tan jeans, and I'm wearing a tan shirt and blue jeans right now. And back. She's having people come out here.
Okay, so yeah, just let them know that we're gonna go ahead and keep heading north just a little bit on the trail. Then we're gonna intersect what looks like somebody's driveway because it's the clearest way to get to the clearing, it looks like. But as soon as we get to that point, we will be on somebody's property. So, but that's, I mean, I don't really want to go through the, okay, sounds good. We'll head that way. I'm gonna try to find that trail. Okay, so we just got off the phone, police number. We're too far out for anybody to meet us, so we're having to track back through the woods and make our way over to an access road. Warning just in case anything happens again, because when it happened the first time, I just stopped recording.
Again landing disturbingly close. At this point, they contacted local authorities describing their location and situation, but the area was too remote for immediate help. Their only option was to navigate out on foot.
When the shots came out, we were just off of the trail, and whoever this was, they had to have known where we were the whole time. One of those shots landed right above our heads in the tree that we were standing by. And essentially, we're right here. The round hit about right here, but on my right side. The first one, I'm not too sure where it hit, but I heard it whiz by. And then it was the second one that landed right next to us. And there's no way anybody can say, oh, I thought it was an animal. No animal wears a bright orange backpack. Not that I know of. Right here. That's where we gotta climb.
I mean, who knows? It may or may not have been them. But where the fucking odds that there was a truck that far out? And then once we get out to our spot off of a fucking trail, somebody starts shooting at us.
Oh, you dick.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
A big ass spider was on me. I'm sorry. Do I?
As far as like hunting season goes, there's a whole bunch of stuff that just opened up yesterday.
Yeah.
And this whole area, the whole trail area.
Yeah.
It's you can hunt on it.
Okay.
And stuff.
Oh,
I grew up in Pennsylvania. Our hunting season starts a lot earlier out there. General rule of thumb is we don't really go into the woods after the 15th of September because that's when everything opens up, and you got to deal with the city and you got to deal with the people from Jersey.
We had just stopped, and all of a sudden we had one round go right past us, maybe 10 feet, and then another one right above our head, and literally like 2 feet above our head into the tree, and it just sounded like a 22.
I'll go down. I'm gonna see if I can make contact with areas
I seen the
down
blue
there.
truck. Is the white pickup truck your guys?
Right here.
Okay.
And from here to here is where we kind of lost the trail.
Along the way, they encountered more strange noises and even glimpsed another vehicle deep in the forest, raising more questions than answers. Despite the apparent start of hunting season, the explanation didn't hold up. Johnny pointed out that no hunter could possibly mistake a person with a bright orange backpack for an animal. Whoever had fired those shots had a clear line of sight, and had done so intentionally. Eventually, they made it out safely and reported what had happened. But neither Johnny nor Danny could make sense of the event. The trail, the strange truck, the accurate shots, it all pointed to something far more disturbing than a simple misunderstanding in the woods. Though some may argue this was just a hunter being reckless, the precision and timing of the shots suggest otherwise. It's difficult to believe anyone could mistake them for wildlife, especially given their high visibility gear. Could this have been an intentional act meant to scare, or worse, harm intruders? Or was someone out there living off-grid and defending what they consider their territory? One thing is certain: not all dangers in the wild come from nature. Some come from those hiding deep within it. Would you feel safe camping miles from the nearest road, knowing someone might be watching? Or does this make you think twice about your next wilderness escape? Hold on a sec. If you're enjoying this so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's continue. The next unsettling entry comes from the YouTube channel Off the Walls After Hours, a page known for its eerie adventures and storytelling that often borders on the supernatural. Their videos blend documentary realism with deeply unnerving moments, and this one fits that mold perfectly. On January 16, 2025, the crew ventured into a remote location they only refer to as Site H. Tucked away among forested dunes, the area is largely inaccessible and intentionally left vague. The plan was simple: set up a fire, explore the forest, and enjoy a night under open skies. As the night began, the mood was lighthearted. They joked, gathered firewood, and relaxed around a crackling fire, unaware of what was about to unfold.
Okay, so we decided to go adventure, and on our adventure, we stumbled across a carcass. This is nuts. We are literally in the middle of the woods.
This is giving me chills.
That is crazy. Alright, let's keep going that way, I guess. Or, yeah, up the hill. Okay, explain what's going on.
So guys, we came across some wood, what we were kind of looking for. But in the distance, there is another campfire going off in the distance. So someone had to, also the good idea, you guys can see it on camera probably.
Just barely see it on camera. It looks like it was just two when I was up there.
Let me see what I can do.
But he just tried to sniff my fart.
Definitely go that way. I for real can't see shit.
Oh, we're about to see right now, for sure. Looks like
3?
3.
Damn.
If I can get closer, I'm gonna get closer. If you guys want to stay back, if you can keep track.
How far is it? 'Cause it seems super far to me.
It's not. It's super close.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Tony's on the top secret mission. I wish I could see him. I think he's coming back now.
While wandering into the woods to explore, the group unexpectedly discovered a decaying animal carcass, something that immediately shifted the tone. It was an eerie reminder that they were far from civilization. Not long after, they noticed something even more unusual, another campfire flickering in the distance. At first, they could barely make it out, but its presence was unmistakable. Given how isolated the area was, this second fire was not only surprising, it was unsettling.
Reconnaissance is done. 3 people at least.
Yeah.
Maybe a 4th. Could have gotten closer.
I have to go all the way around anyway. There's no way we're gonna be able to trek back to where we were. I have no clue where that was.
Let's go there.
Alright.
Sure we have that time. I don't know. We're in the ground.
Hold up, there's something right here. Go this way. I think we went through this. It looks kind of familiar.
Oh, it is.
Okay. I think it's right. Alright, we just made it back to camp. We are now relighting the fire. Jesus, I can speak. But noises in the distance are just echoes. We are all good guys. We kind of fucked with them. It was kind of fucked up. But
It was fucked up. Yeah, you blowing it, Father.
Trying to get the fire to go.
Yeah.
Trying to block it with that big piece.
What's up?
what's up? How you doing, Pookie?
Real good.
One member of the group moved in for a closer look, claiming to spot at least 3 or 4 individuals gathered near the flame. Although there was no direct contact, the distance between the two camps suddenly felt too small. Tension mounted. Laughter faded into anxious whispers. They briefly considered confronting the group, but ultimately turned back, unable to trace the exact path they'd taken. Once back at their campsite, they tried to relight their fire and shake the feeling that they'd been watched. Echoes from the woods and a lingering sense of unease hung over them. They tried to dismiss the event. Perhaps it was just another group camping nearby. But the timing, the location, and the earlier discovery in the woods all suggested otherwise. Could it have been a coincidence? It's possible. But something about the way the other fire appeared, without sound, without warning, deep in a place that few people even know about, raises more questions than answers. The carcass, the figures, and the strange distance between them and safety. It all feels too staged to be random. Were they being watched? Or were they trespassing somewhere they shouldn't have been? Whatever the case, the group got lucky that night. But it leaves us wondering, what if they had gone closer? What if the people at that second fire weren't just other campers? Would you have walked toward the light? Or turned back before it was too late? Let us know what you think in the comments. This unsettling story comes from Camp Prime, a YouTube channel known for peaceful solo camping trips and calming retreats into the wilderness. But on May 31st, 2025, one of these seemingly tranquil adventures took a quiet but disturbing turn. The creator ventured into a dense forest bordering a mountain town, setting up camp beside a gentle river. The plan was simple: disconnect from the world, savor some mint chocolate coffee, enjoy a hot meal, and let the calm of nature take over. For a while, the experience delivered exactly that. The breeze through the trees, the rhythm of the stream, and the warm comfort of solitude set the tone for what should have been a peaceful night. But subtle signs began to break that sense of serenity. Unusual markings had been etched into several nearby trees. The sounds in the distance didn't quite match the usual chorus of wildlife. And while nothing explicitly threatened him, a subtle heaviness began to settle in. After sunset, the camper decided to watch the Blair Witch Project, a choice that, while fitting the setting, only served to elevate the growing sense of unease. Later that night, nature called, forcing him to step out of the comfort of his van. The moment he stepped into the woods, it became clear how isolated he truly was. The silence was thick, the shadows long, and the fear, once fictional, now felt real. He returned unharmed, but something about the experience lingered. The path back felt longer. The trees seemed to lean in closer. And then, unmistakably, something watched from the dark. A pair of eyes. Silent. Still. A presence that didn't belong to the imagination or the movie he'd watched. There were no loud crashes, no threats, no chase. Just the profound realization that solitude isn't always what it seems. It's not ghosts or wild animals that unsettle us most. It's the unknown presence of another human in a place where no one else should be. In settings like this, the scariest thing isn't being alone, it's discovering you're not. So the next time you head into the woods for peace and quiet, ask yourself, what if something's already out there, watching? Let us know in the comments. Would you still sleep soundly knowing someone or something might be just beyond the trees? The next chilling entry comes from Caught on Camera TV, a YouTube channel known for capturing disturbing moments from real life, ranging from eerie ghost footage to unexplained entities deep in the wild. On April 14, 2023, the team ventured into a remote, heavily forested area, possibly during a hike or paranormal investigation. Their goal was simple: observe the environment and see what might reveal itself on camera. But what they ended up recording was something far more unsettling than expected. While their equipment passively monitored the surrounding woods, a brief yet disturbing moment was captured. From the edge of the frame, an unfamiliar figure emerged. Though it was only partially visible, several distinct features stood out. A black, clawed arm and eyes that seemed to glow unnaturally through the darkness. It didn't resemble any known wildlife. The forest around them grew still, as if the environment itself sensed the presence of something unnatural. Whatever was caught on film vanished as quickly as it appeared, leaving behind nothing but questions and a recording that felt more like a warning than a discovery. The creature's anatomy, especially the glowing eyes and clawed limb, defies easy explanation. While skeptics might suggest it was just a trick of the light or a known animal in odd lighting, the footage says otherwise. Could this have been a cryptid sighting? A species yet to be identified? Or something not from this world at all? One thing is clear. Whatever that was, it doesn't fit neatly into any category we know. And if that's just a wild animal, then it's one most of us have never seen before. So here's the question. Would you keep exploring after seeing something like that? Or is this the kind of footage that makes you turn around and head straight home? Let us know what you think in the comments. Because sometimes, the real danger isn't what we can see. It's what watches us from the shadows. This next spine-chilling investigation comes from Haunted Finders, a UK-based team known for exploring deeply haunted and historically significant sites across the country. Their approach combines the use of advanced ghost hunting equipment with a relentless curiosity for uncovering the unknown, often leading them into places few dare to tread. On June 4th, 2025, the team arrived at a site rumored to have Viking-era connections, a piece of land said to carry centuries of spiritual energy. Their mission was simple: attempt direct communication with whatever still lingers there. Equipped with EMF detectors and EVP recorders, they began their investigation as night fell, stepping into a place where history and the paranormal seemed to collide.
Was this a place you love to be?
Yeah.
Was this a place you love to be?
Yeah. Should you try another one?
Yeah, what's that? Peaceful. There's a silence.
Ready? Whoa. Whoa. Did you just hear that woman?
Right over there.
It's like that was like a woman was here. It went just like that. It did it right as I went to press record.
Press record now. There.
Is there a lady here? Are you walking over there? Tell us your name.
Did you hear that? You hear that?
What was that? That was that weird shouting again. That sounded like someone shouting, screaming again. Did you hear?
Yeah.
Constant footsteps here.
Yeah.
It were coming towards us.
What's down that then, wasn't it? Just behind
Definitely
it.
heard a woman as well.
Yeah.
Let me see this.
Are you walking over there?
Over here.
Are you walking over there?
Over here.
Are you walking over there?
Over here. No way.
Are you walking over there?
You hear that? It says, I thought it says over here, but it goes over there. It mimics me. What is going on here?
That's good, isn't it?
There's a, I'm telling you, it's beginning to get quite active. Like, feeling like there's people around us watching us.
Yeah.
And we're hearing weird things, hearing movement,
Over there. Oh, it's clear as
voices,
day.
screaming. That was just maxing then. I just spotted out the corner of my eye.
Is that you again? Is that the lady who says, I'm over here?
Almost immediately, strange activity began. Voices, barely audible but clear enough to catch, responded to their questions through the spirit box. But these weren't vague, garbled fragments. These were sharp, direct replies, rect. Some matched their questions with uncanny accuracy, suggesting a high level of intelligence behind the responses. As the investigation deepened,
Can you walk towards us?
How many of you around us?
Is there anything you want?
3 steps. Definitely loud, it was loud. I think I got it on here. Sorry about that.
The lady said, I'm over here.
Yeah.
Can you walk towards us?
What was that?
you walk towards us? Can you walk towards us?
What does that? That's a scream. What is that? Oh, that was you shushing. Jesus, what does that shout? That's a proper scream. First you say, is that the woman? It says yeah. Straight away there's a yeah. Listen to this.
Can you walk towards us?
Do you know what I think it is? I'm here. Like that, like frustration.
Yeah.
Listen again. Or something like that. This is crazy. Something proper, I told you, there's someone or multiple of them surrounding us. Crazy. Yeah. It's been answering every time you mention something about Vikings, anything to do with the Vikings.
Yes, we're going to set the REM pod up now. Make sure there's no leaves around it. Get anything. Right, let's explain.
What are you going off? Can you walk towards that red light?
It's not going to harm you. It's another device that tells us that you're around us. I think you've just done it.
It went off, yeah. As soon as I turned my back to it. Are you still here with us then? I heard you shouting. Could you try and say whatever you said again, but clearer for us? We know you're around us, we can feel you, and we've heard you. Were you Viking? What was that? If any of you guys see or hear anything strange throughout the video, do let us know down below in the comments, because it definitely feels like we're being watched by something or someone. It's almost like they've stepped back a bit, because you know the footsteps are coming from at a distance. You got footsteps up there, footsteps behind me over this direction.
They began to hear unexplained movement nearby. Distant footsteps seemed to approach from every direction. At times, the team even felt surrounded, like unseen entities were closing in, circling them just out of sight. One voice stood out, a female-sounding response that repeated the phrase, "Over here." What unsettled them most was that the voice seemed to mimic their own words, as if mocking or copying their interaction in real time. More footsteps, more responses, and a growing sense of something just beyond their field of vision watching them. Then, things escalated. A scream, unlike anything human, cut through the night. Guttural, loud, unmistakably threatening. Combined with EMF readings spiking off the charts and thermal fluctuations, the team began to question what they were really dealing with. Was this truly a spiritual encounter tied to the land's Viking past, or something far more malevolent?
Yeah, like even the EMF's gone completely flat. It's like they've moved slightly away from us. It does feel like we're being circled. Just having a little break at the minute. But whilst David and Kev are over there, look, munching chocolate, I'm hearing stuff up here. If you're over there, can you use your voice and say something? Hello? Hello? What are you doing? There's someone over there moving around. Shout back at us! Hello! This place gives me the creeps. Yeah, it's getting very eerie. Like now, have a break and I'll turn the camera on if anything happens. Hopefully they don't steal the Mars bar. It's just weird, isn't it, how like those EMFs were going absolutely mental.
Yeah, earlier.
Like consistent red as well, which is very rare. Like we've done last few investigations. Participate. Is that what you were doing? Participating in the investigation?
Yes, that's what we're
So
for.
the last few investigations we've done, we haven't had spiders like that, have we?
No.
They've been like a couple of lights, few lights. It's got to be they've got to be a high amount of energy in this area. We were getting like response after response after response.
While many paranormal teams encounter vague whispers and faint anomalies, this case stood out for the clarity of the interactions and the intensity of the energy. The presence that responded to Viking-related questions seemed to show both awareness and intention, possibly suggesting an intelligent haunting. But the guttural screams, the sensation of being stalked, and the EMF waves spiking just before going silent, those elements hint at something darker. Was it an ancient spirit? Or something more elemental, feeding off the energy of the land itself? In places like this, history isn't just remembered, it's relived, and sometimes, the ones doing the watching aren't spirits at all. Let us know what you think in the comments. Was this an intelligent haunting, or something far more dangerous? And if you were standing in the dark, surrounded by whispers and footsteps, would you keep asking questions, or run before the silence returned? This next story comes from a YouTuber known for cozy, nostalgic vlogs, often filled with laid-back moments, casual walks, and warm adventures with his dog, Max. But on September 28, 2017, a visit to his childhood elementary school in Ottawa, Canada, took a strange and unexpected turn. What started as a relaxing day revisiting old memories quickly turned into something much more unsettling.
Head like fell on that. Max, where are you going? Where are you going? So I cracked my head there, and it literally like, I don't know how to explain it, but that hitting your head on like solid steel hurts a lot. Ow, Max, stop pulling. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh. Guys, that's a GoPro. What the Did you just find me a GoPro? You just found me a GoPro? Good boy. Good boy. Okay guys, so Max found a GoPro. So big shout out to Max. So now I got a second GoPro, which is amazing. Super hyped about that because now I can get like more angle shots and stuff like that, which is gonna be great. This is a GoPro Hero 3. So that's great. We're at Emma's house now. I have to help her with a few things. So unfortunately I haven't even checked out the GoPro really yet. Just like tossed it in my bag. But I'll get a chance to look at it later. Actually, why don't we tell Emma the good news? Alright guys, so I got the GoPro. It doesn't seem to work at all. Like it's completely like fried. I don't know, maybe it was out there for a while, got rained on and whatnot. So it's pretty much useless, but there was a memory card on there. And honestly, that footage was really, really weird, and it kind of tripped me out. It made me feel really, really, really uneasy. Like,
the video begins as a familiar slice-of-life vlog. Max running through the schoolyard, the creator sharing stories from his early days, and a peaceful atmosphere of reflection. But then Max stops abruptly, sniffing around a closed-off corner of the school grounds, an area that hadn't been touched in years. Buried just beneath the dirt behind a rusted fence, they discover an old GoPro camera. At first, it feels like a lucky find, a forgotten gadget, maybe left behind by a student or hiker. Excited, the creator takes it home, tossing it in his bag without giving it much thought. Later, when attempting to turn it on, the camera seems completely dead. But inside is a memory card, and that's when everything changes.
I know, it's really, really creepy. It's like satanic or something. But yeah, so it definitely creeped me out, but I want to show you guys the footage. I'm not going to be doing a reaction to it because I already saw it and it won't be like a genuine reaction. I'm going to play the footage for you guys right now.
you see, cover your tails on my way. As you see, guys, the footage was very, very creepy and weird and unsettling. That clown really creeped me the hell out, mostly because I'm like actually afraid of clowns. So that was definitely not something that I was hoping to see. But if you guys can understand or like decipher the meaning of that video, please, by all means, leave your theories below, because that was really, really weird. You know, like really like grossed me out and like, I don't know, made me feel really scared for some reason. I don't know.
The footage retrieved from the card is deeply unsettling. Though he doesn't react to it live on camera, the YouTuber admits it disturbed him to his core. There's no clear explanation for what's been recorded. The imagery is bizarre, something like a symbolic or ritualistic performance, and features a clown figure that unnerves him, especially given his personal fear of clowns. There's no context, no voices, and no way to identify who filmed it or why. But what makes it truly disturbing is the location. Why was it buried on the grounds of an elementary school? Who put it there? And what were they trying to document? This isn't just a case of someone dropping their camera. The recording feels intentional, almost like a message meant for someone else, or not meant to be found at all. Its atmosphere, the disturbing visuals, and its hidden placement suggest something more than coincidence. Whether it was part of an artistic expression, a prank, or something darker, its origin remains unknown, and that's what makes it so haunting. Sometimes a discovery that feels like treasure turns out to be a warning, and not everything buried is meant to be found. What would you do if you came across footage like this? Turn it in, delete it, or keep digging for answers? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And remember, the next unsettling mystery might be hiding in the most ordinary place. That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.